Everyone, welcome back to Moneyline Media presents Brooklyn Tides Hot Stove. But this time we got a little twist going on. It is the fantasy draft. The two front office members will be going head to head. Guys, I really hope that whoever you pick doesn't have more playing time, Jerry, because you picked them. So yeah. I've just
I can't confirm or deny that. So
all right. So before we went on the air, we did a pick. Whoever got the first pick, and Jerry has the first pick. And we're doing pitchers first. Jerry, you guys want me to say who's up for grabs before we do it?
I mean, we could discuss it a little bit. I don't know.
So all right, so we got pitchers that are up for grabs: Robbie, Stumpo, Fonzie, Padone, Christian, Russell, Pignatelli. Did I get that right? All right. Yeah. Matt, Tony, and Joe Fernandez. So, Jerry, this is a big first pick for you. I think I kind of know who you're going to pick, but I'm interested to hear.
I'm drafting my team based off of who's the biggest trolls. So,
okay.
One pick, I got to go with the biggest troll on the team, and that's going to be Robbie.
That's a good pickup. He's also a great hitter, so you kind of got a double.
Complete jerk. I love it.
I like it, Jerry. Paul, you're up next. Who's your first pick?
I'm gonna go. So the way you read it off, I'm gonna go down the line. I'm gonna pick Stumpo. He doesn't have much of a batting aspect to his game at this point, but he's going to log a lot of innings, and he's always keeping us close in games, so he's got the availability for wins and whatever. So I'm taking Stumpo.
Jerry, I got to ask a little bit of your commentary. What do you think of that pick, that Paul? Are you happy with it as someone who's going against him, or are you a little upset?
Upset. I wanted Stumpo big time, but Paul made a good pick. We'll see.
Okay, all right.
Paul isn't as big as a troll as some of these other guys, but he's a solid pitcher, so I guess that would have been a good pick.
Gotcha. All right, Jerry, you're up next. Who do you have?
Well, I got to go with the next big troll on this list, and that's Joe Fernandez.
Joe Fernandez. He
plays Beyblades with, so how could I go wrong with that?
Yes, I did hear that pick, and I did hear that story, and it confirmed that I am gay. I am a gay woman. That helped confirm that. Paul, what do you think of that pick? Paul, what do you think of that pick? He's coming back. He's coming back hot.
Yeah, I think that Joe Fernandez is kind of like along the lines of Stumpo, where he's just going to eat innings. I mean, Stumpo obviously is more of a top of the rotation guy for us, but Joe Fernandez he's a pitcher. He knows how to pitch. He's gonna maybe he'll have an at bat here and there, so that'll play into his fantasy value. And pretty good.
Now, Jerry, I know being in shape is a big thing with you. I'm a little shocked. Joe's one of the bigger guys on the team. What went into your thought process of picking Joe?
He's a jerk off. That's the name of my.
That's the name of your team, is Team Jerk Off. Jerry's Jerk Offs is what.
Yeah.
Off.
All right. Paul, you're up next. Still a lot of good guys up for grabs.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with Fonzie.
Had a feeling.
Yeah, I think he's the best available right now. Again, another person who could possibly hit. He's been very good for us in general, but I think his fantasy value as a pitcher will be through the roof.
So, Paul, I noticed something on your team. You kind of got maybe the old man of the group in Stumpo, guy who's been around. And then Fonzie, the young guy. So you're mixing it up the age-wise.
Yeah, I got the veteran. I got the young guys. So, yeah, so far, hopefully.
All right, Jerry, I got to ask, you're making a couple faces. Do we like this pick?
It's definitely a solid pick. Definitely a solid pick. I feel like Fonzie's one of those guys who's a little more locked in and serious when he's pitching, so it doesn't really fit my team's theme of jerk-offs and trolls. So, but another solid pitcher.
Yeah, it's like Paul's professionals, I feel like. That's your team, Paul.
Yeah.
All right. Jerry, you're up next.
This is a tough pick. There's a couple trolls left. I'm gonna have to go with my boy Padone. I think he's probably the best troll available still on the list.
Okay.
So I'm gonna have to go with him.
Paul, gotta ask you commentary on this. What do you think about this pick?
I mean, when we're talking raw talent, Padone could be the best pitcher on our team. So that's that in itself. It's just a matter of how long he stays with us, if he's actually as effective as he looks like he's going to be. And yeah, it was a good pick. I mean, to get someone that talented at number 5 is pretty good. So
All right.
I think he has possibly be the second best troll on this team, but he's gonna have to develop.
You're gonna have to put him under your wing, Jerry.
Absolutely. That's what we build guys up.
I like it. Paul, you're up next with the 6th pick.
All right. So I'm surprised he actually fell this low in the draft, but because one of the categories is saves, and he's gonna probably be our main save guy. But Tony Rivera, I'm gonna take him. So yeah.
Tony Rivera. Okay. Writing down the picks so that
We can reference them later. Yeah.
Exactly. I'm old, so I need to remember this stuff. Jerry, what do you think about this pick?
Again, solid pick. I mean, Tony was locked down last year. He's our closer, so definitely a good pick. But Tony's one of those like kind of swag guys, like I'm serious. Not too much of a troll. So we'll see.
Wouldn't fit in with your team, but fits in with Paul's professionals.
Yeah, probably a little more.
All right, gotcha. Jerry, you're up with the 7th pick.
This is a tough one because I could either go for another troll or I could make a trollish pick. So, I'm going to go with my boy Christian. I'm going to go with my boy young troll. He's a comer, but I like him. He's got the talent, and he might be low key, but he comes in with those few words and just it's done. It's over.
What are your expectations for Christian going into this year?
Hoping for some cool commentary on the bench. Keeping the bench loose. Saying some savage things, but he's definitely got work to do. He's not at Robbie's level. So we'll see how he progresses through the year.
Okay, all right. 8th pick coming up for you, Stingo. I got to ask, what's the thought process going into the 8th pick?
I mean, listen, I got Stumpo, I got Fonzie, and I got Tony. So I'm shoring up a bunch of categories here. So I'm gonna take a waiver at the 8th pick and somebody that we don't really know of, and he's kind of like an unknown. I'm gonna take Russell.
Okay.
He was actually throwing with Padone earlier today. Padone texted me and said, I'm gonna throw with Russell. They're friends. So I said, give me a scouting report of him because I may be drafting him tonight. So I'm taking him.
Well, any scouting reports?
He said he looked pretty good. We actually found out a few days ago Russell was a part of the Heat and Brothers at one point. So he's finally made his way to Brooklyn, and he's with us now. So interesting.
So you got a little bit of a journeyman.
Yeah.
Definitely a troll. No idea who the fuck that is.
So you guys don't remember playing him with Heat or Brothers?
I don't remember half the people on the other teams.
Yeah, Jerry's very bad with that.
Okay.
Yeah, it's all right though.
A little bit of, but he gets with all the guys on my team. That's what they fit.
Okay. All right. With 9th pick coming up, Jerry. Who are you taking?
I'm going with my boy Pigs. Solid troll. He's not that overpowering troll, but he's always going to be there, be consistent. Just a phenomenal pickup for our team. I can't believe he went this late in the draft.
So we got what he's going to do troll-wise. What's he going to do on the mound?
I mean, is that really important? Baseball.
All right. I like it. All right, Paul, you're up with the 10th pick.
Okay, so that's going to be Matt Oliva. Matt, the last and final pick. I'm happy that I got him actually because he's very raw at this point. So I think he's got some growing to do as a pitcher and a baseball player. He's got the talent. So, we'll see. We'll see how he, expands on his game moving forward. And he plays college ball, and then he'll take it to the summer with us. So I'm happy I got him.
That's great. All right, who has the highest potential on your list, Jerry? We'll do trollery. Who has the highest troll potential?
Potential, or who is the best troll? Because there's two different people for that.
No, potential, because you never know what the season could bring.
Said it before. My boy Christian, he's got the potential to be the best troll I've ever seen in my life. But he's still young. He's got to develop. We got to see. He's going to be around some big trolls like Robbie on my team. So we'll see. We'll see.
All right.
He could be great.
Okay, top three. I like it. I like it. Paul, I know you're more thinking of the baseball part of it.
Yeah.
Who has the highest potential on both of these lists?
Sorry, we're packing a half.
Wait, you're asking me who has the most potential on either team or on my team?
Let's do your team and then we'll do who you think has the best potential.
Padone obviously has the highest ceiling of any of our pitchers.
Okay.
I guess on my what?
On our team, you're on Paul's team. You're a bitch.
and then on my team, I guess it would be Fonzie. I mean, I would go maybe Fonzie, Tony, one of those two. Okay. I mean, Fonzie's the younger one out of him and Tony. So I don't think that Fonzie's gonna, improve much more on his game. But Fonzie, as he is as ready. He's as good as almost anybody in the league. So if he just, another step or two, he's right there. So that's who I would go with.
Gotcha.
I mean, if I want to Paul's team, I haven't seen a lot of guys throw this year so far. I saw Padone pumping gas, but I did see Stumpo throwing, and he has looked the best I've ever seen. I don't think he threw a single ball in his bullpen, throwing hard. I'm expecting big things from him, along with Fonzie. Fonzie's going to get a lot of innings this year. I'm expecting him to pump that gas. Let's go.
All right. I like it. Is there a pick, Jerry? You just mentioned two, so I assume these are two that you're like, I wish I got the chance to pick them before Paul scooped them up.
I wanted Stumpo. I really didn't think he was going to go with him with the second pick. Not the most trollish guy, but he's a nice balance. I would have balanced it out. Maybe had one baseball guy on my team, but like I said, Paul made a great pick there.
Paul, same question to you. Is there one guy that you wish that you could have gotten before Jerry scooped him up?
Yeah, Jerry kind of took him a little early. I would have taken like Joe Fernandez a little bit later. I think, Joe Fernandez would be a perfect fit. So.
Gotcha. Okay. Are you guys allowed?
Just want to shout out to Stumpo. Get fucked in fantasy. Just saying. Beat them. Get fucked.
They're in fantasy baseball.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Mm-hmm. Are you guys allowing is there trades in this league?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
If you're on Paul's team.
Yeah, you're not allowed on Jerry's team once you're on my team.
Okay. All right. I like it. All right.
On team jerk off.
What'd you say, Jerry?
Team jerk off. We don't want that shitty Paul mojo.
Okay. Now, I think it's time we move on to the position players. Paul, you have the first pick in this one.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna go with Luis.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm a little surprised by that. There is one guy that, if Jerry doesn't take him, just based on, I've had meetings also with Mid-Island, and this guy gets brought up in meetings. So I am shocked that you didn't pick him. Luis, I'm sure is a great guy, and I'm sure everyone's excited that you have him. But there was someone that I thought you would for sure pick.
Okay.
This list gets brought up at meetings.
Yeah. Well, we'll find out when someone takes him. Deirdre will expose it.
Oh yeah. No. I'm not, and it's not because I have full faith in all of your guys. It's just this guy.
I'm assuming it's Ukes because talking about damage he's done to the facilities because of how fucking bad he is.
Jerry,
we'll see.
Jerry, I'm a little disappointed. I thought that you would have a very tight tank top on tonight. I was a little bit I'm upset that you didn't, because you came on.
Type of guy that show off.
I
I got they're holstered. Gun safety, baby. My trigger right here. My safety. I'm sorry. Excuse me. My safety.
You,
All right, let's get this going. Pick, right?
yeah, you have next pick. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I just got to give you. I continue to give him a hard time about his tank top,
Yeah.
but he went into the Husky Boys section and decided to pick the tightest tank top he could find.
Bought that shit at Claire's. It's a little girl's tank top. It doesn't go all the way down.
All right, Jerry, you're up next.
All right, listen. There's a lot of good trolls here. A lot of good baseball players, but who gives a fuck about that?
You're right.
This is a really tough. Like I definitely consider taking someone like Dimitri because massive troll, but he likes Boston, so fuck him. I'm gonna go with JP. My boy, solid troll, low key, keep the energy good. He's gonna do big things this year.
I love JP. I think JP is such a fun guy, and again think that he's a great pick. Still not the guy that I thought.
All right. We should just make picks on who we think they were talking about at this point.
No,
Yeah. No, all talking about him in a good way.
Okay,
But
yeah.
like
In a good way? Oh, okay.
it's in a good way.
It's one or two people that I could think of, but I'm gonna take my next pick, and I think that I'm making this pick, and I think that when he came to our team, he had a little bit of adjusting to do, and don't get me wrong, he had a great fall with us, but I think he's only gonna get better. It's Jordan Stark. I think
Okay.
Jordan Stark. I think that he was good with us. I think that he led the league in stolen bases, but I think his ceiling is way higher than what he did in his first fall season with us.
All right.
So
Jerry,
he's
what do you think about this pick?
I'm upset. I wanted him. Big time troll there. He's got big potential as far as being a troll, but again, I guess it's a solid baseball pick. Again, I'm not basing my team off of that, so
Yep.
plays out.
All right. Jerry, you got the fourth pick. Who we picking?
So I'm gonna have to stay in that family and go with Justin.
That is the guy.
Okay.
So I wanted both. I'm only gonna get half, but I'll take it.
So I'll tell you how they brought him up. We were talking about potentially doing like player of the week things.
Mm-hmm.
And they said, oh, so like 1 week you could do Justin Stark or whoever wins it. Or like, so that's why I was shocked.
Yeah.
Solid pick is he hits nukes. He hits nukes, baby.
Yeah. So that's why I was in a good way. No, they didn't talk about anyone in a bad way, but the Justin one was like, oh yeah, or 1 week you can have Justin Stark on as player or whoever wins, like
or whoever else. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All right, Paul.
Rig it.
Paul, what do you think about the pick? How do you feel about him breaking up the family feud?
No, I think Justin's a great pick. I'm looking, I was like targeting certain categories, and I know that Jordan Stark has the high upside for stolen bases.
Gotcha.
So I'm looking more at a categorical thing. I mean, obviously Justin Stark is our best power hitter.
Okay.
Him or Luis, I would say, have the best potential to hit a home run. Good pick, and I'm happy. I'm happy at least Jerry grabbed them up. So.
Yeah, and at the end of this, I want to do with pitching and batting, who you think will have the best points-wise in each category.
Okay.
But, all right, so you're up next, fifth pick, Paul. Who are you taking?
I'm gonna take comeback player of the year, who I think is gonna be Andrew Stella.
Love Stella.
Yeah, I think that Stella's gonna have a big season. That's my projection.
What do you think about this, Jerry?
I think Stella's now going to have a horrible season because I feel bad for he's recovering from an injury, and to find out that he was drafted by Paul, it's definitely devastating.
It's a setback.
But he'll work through it. But we'll see. We'll see what happens.
So Jerry, Stella, I think would be someone who would be up there in the troll category, but he's like a lovable troll.
Definitely, we wanted. We were looking for Stella. You know, me and my staff. We were talking about some of these position players be a big troll. Comeback troll of the year, 100% would have been Andrew Stella. But again, he's fated to play for Paul's team, so he's probably going to have a weak year. But I think he'll come back strong. Maybe in the fall, or we'll see. We'll see. But I'm sure he's going to work through it. He'll work through being on Paul's team.
Gotcha. Jerry, you're up next with the 6th pick.
Ooh, this is a tough one. I'm gonna have to go with the fattest fuck on the team in Utes. Just
wow.
I know me picking him is gonna piss him off.
By the way, I'm giving Ukes a hard time about his tank top. He did look very good in the interview.
It's Photoshop. It's all Photoshop. Look at the.
Yeah, the background you're saying is a little. Gotcha. Okay. Wow, Jerry. I'm shocked that you picked Ukes. Paul.
Well, it was a trollish pick. Pick.
So we got 3 more people on the board. Who we got? Dave, Will, and Dimitri.
Well, no, I wanted to hear your pick about Jerry picking Ukes.
Talent-wise, Ukes has, again, another person high ceiling. He seems to look a little bit better than he did last year physically.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to be starting the season a little bit late, maybe about a week or 2 because of his job. But once he's there and he's consistently showing up, his bat and his overall play is as good as anybody's, I'd say, or it's, in the ballpark.
It's in that.
Good pick. Yeah.
All right. So you're up next. You got 4 people left. You got Dave, Will,
and Camarada.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't do it.
I'm gonna go with Dave. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Dave. I like the high upside for stolen bases. He's actually been in a lot of RBI situations, batting lower in the order, high on base percentage. So he's someone I think will be very good for my team, and it's his last year on the Tide, so I feel like it's fitting.
By the way, everyone said who we think is going to have a really good year hitting wise, and almost everyone said Dave when we talked to them. They were saying how he was hitting nukes in fall. So everyone believes in him, and he could have a Kobe last season, except on a good team.
That was before they knew that he was drafted by Paul's team.
That's true, Jerry. That is true. All right, Jerry, you are up next with the 8th pick. Who are you going with?
This is a tough one. I'm gonna have to go with my boy Will. Big
Okay.
soul. Dimitri was definitely in there, but there might be a little hard feelings after those tough negotiations in the offseason. So, we don't forget. We don't forget the Tides.
Yes,
But yeah, Will probably old guy on the team, but massive troll. Tons of trolling experience, and that's what we like.
Also his comeback season. Right? He missed. Yep. Okay.
Coming back from injury and
yeah, I haven't seen him yet, but hoping he looks good. Expecting big things from him.
Yeah, he looks pretty good physically. So
great, Paul. You are up next. This is your final pick.
Okay, it's between Camarada and Dimitri. I'm trying to think. I know that I have a feeling that Dimitri is going to get more playing time just because I feel like he'll be at more games. But Camarada, I feel, has more of an upside. This is a tough pick for me. I'm going to go with Camarada.
Wow.
Yeah. Jerry's stressing over all of my picks.
But I'm also thinking in my head, I don't know how well Dimitri will handle being
the last
kid picked.
Well, it's funny because he was considered for the first overall pick, but the fact that he's a big Boston fan definitely screwed him there.
Okay, yeah. Oh, I don't think it's going to go over well, and I'm
Yeah, this is,
excited.
this is like cringeworthy. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what happens.
Like the fallout on this.
All right, so Dimitri is
On Team
obviously and the last pick.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and take Jimmy Barsh. You know, on the off chance that he's around. You know, big troll. I mean, how bit more of a troll could you get pretending that you're a baseball player pitching, and it's just, you know, just gives up nukes every at bat. So big troll there. I like that.
Can we get a backstory on Jimmy?
Jerry, go ahead.
Gives up nukes. That's it. Imagine a left-handed pitching machine that throws like 45 and just gives up nukes. That's it.
So obviously you have to take Dimitri. There's no other.
He's like mad.
There's no choice.
All right. Well, you know what? Dimitri's gonna have a big year then.
He might. Listen. He could go.
Starter. It's Dimitri, not Stella. So, who's gonna win that?
Wow. Okay. By the way, Dimitri could be going on a revenge tour anyway. So.
But I don't know because he just got a big contract. He's not in his contract year. You know,
Okay.
usually when you get a new deal, you're kind of sluggish at first, but we'll see.
By the way, that only happens to Mets players.
Yeah, I guess I've been watching the Mets games. Yeah.
All right. So I want to go through the categories, and I want you guys to pick who you think is going to win. Who's going to have the most fantasy points in these categories. So we'll start with the pitching. Wins. Who do you think is going to have the most wins?
Go ahead, Jerry.
Sure, I think it's going to be Stumpo. He usually leads that category.
Okay.
But, you know, there's a lot of good pitchers, so we'll see. We'll see.
All right.
I would say it's a combination of Robbie or Stumpo. I think Robbie's going to have a lot of volume and innings this year. I think that he's going to keep us in games close. Stumpo's the obvious pick because he's just always so consistent, and he seems to start the most games for us every single season. So,
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. So we're going to have to go through this fast because we have 10 minutes left on this meeting, on this Zoom call. But, all right, strikeouts.
Ooh, Padone, easily. He pumps that gas.
Okay. Paul?
I would say Padone. My secondary picks would be probably Tony or Fonzie. Yeah.
Okay. Saves. I think that I know the answer to this because you told me he's a reliever. Who's going to have the most saves?
Tony.
I'm going to go with Jimmy Barsh. Yeah.
Okay. Who's going to have the best ERA?
It's a tough one. It could be Joe Fernandez, mostly because if he doesn't get on the mound, he doesn't have an ERA. But we'll see. It all depends. Says he's coming. We'll see.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with Padone.
You're going with Padone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Listen, unless he walks in a run, I don't think he's giving up a run all year. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whip.
I'm gonna go with Stumpo. After that bullpen I saw, the control he had, I don't think he's walking many guys. So.
Okay. Paul.
I'm gonna go with either Robbie or Fonzie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Quality starts. 4 innings or more of 3 runs or less.
Jerry changed it to 2 earlier today, but
okay, so 2.
Yeah.
We have high standards on the Tides, and my answer is who the fuck knows. Let's hope some of these pussies can actually throw some innings.
Yeah, I'll second his statement. I just hope they all pitch well.
All right. Let's move on to batting.
Mm-hmm.
Who do you think is going to have the most runs?
I'm going with the leadoff hitter, JP. Solid on base. be on base for those big bats to drive him in. So definitely JP.
Yeah, I'll go with JP as well.
Awesome. I like JP.
Jesus Christ.
What?
A little Paul. Fuck.
Being like a parrot, Paul, and he's just taking your answers, Jerry. Oh, Jerry.
Yeah.
All right. Batting average.
I'm gonna go with Robbie because he always leads the team in batting average and strikeouts somehow. Never heard of that. Joe Cal don't lead the fucking league in batting average, but Robbie does somehow. So we'll see.
Okay. Paul?
I'm gonna go with Luis.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. Home runs.
Ooh, tough one because we got a lot of bats on. It's definitely not Ukes because he's just gonna hit everything off the top of the wall. I'm gonna have to stick with my team, man, and go with Justin. You know, he had the big power showing in fall, and I expect him to continue it in summer ball.
Okay. Paul?
I mean, if I can't make the same pick as Jerry because that's frowned upon, I'll go with Luis again.
Okay.
But I would normally go Justin, but it's close. Either or.
Justin will have like 10 home runs, and then Louis will hit like 10 in the last 3 games of the season. And
Yeah.
All right. On base percentage.
On base percentage. It's tough. Paul, how about you go first, Paul? How about you go?
I'm gonna go with Dave.
Dave. Okay.
That's definitely a good pick. I thinking about that because he always tough at bats, doesn't strike out much. I'm gonna go with shit. I don't even know. I'm gonna go with Jordan because I feel like he's always on. I'm always coaching third. He's always on first base. Doesn't give a fuck about the signs and just goes. So he's definitely high on base percentage.
Okay. RBIs.
Whoever the fuck I put in the 3-hole.
Okay.
We got such a good deep lineup that I don't even really know who's going to be batting where, but whoever we put in the middle of that order, we're gonna have a lot of RBIs up and down this lineup. So
okay.
Yeah.
Any of our drive runs in.
Yeah.
Paul, you same thing?
Yeah, I'll say that too. Whatever Jerry says at this point.
All right. Last one. Stolen bases.
I say Jordan.
Jordan, well, I'm not going with fucking what Paul says. So I'm gonna go with Dave. Go with Dave.
Okay.
Might be a little older. He's crafty. He's fast. I don't know any speed because unless it's running for a hot dog cart or the ice cream truck, I don't know about speed. But Dave definitely does.
Okay. All right, guys. Wait, isn't Dave's on Paul's team too?
Yeah, so I can't pick.
Oh, okay. I thought you were picking Paul's team. That's why I was confused. I got you.
Oh, no. If we're talking about stolen bases and second bases down a hill, Ukes is gonna kill everyone. He just rolls down the fucking hill. That back of shit.
Oh, and that is a perfect way to leave off this Tides Hot Stove. Jerry's got a good team. Paul's got a good team. We're gonna put in our bio who has the better team. And Jerry, again, try not to do the lineup based on your team.
I'm not. I already forgot who I drafted. If you're on Paul, sorry, I love you, but go fuck yourself.
All right, and that was our latest Brooklyn Tides Hot Stove. Thank you all for tuning in. And Paul and Jerry, thank you so much for coming on this, and excited to see what the team does this year.
All right, sounds good. Thank you.
And that is it for us tonight. We will be back hopefully next week.